4.1%. That is South Africa's current inflation rate year on year as of March 2020, according to Statistics South Africa. 231 million percent. That is a number that is etched in the hearts and minds of many Zimbabweans, as the government now says that it is printing new notes in the form of $10 and $20 bond notes that has people up in arms. Recently, Finance Minister Mthuli hinted that government would be forced to print more money to raise about 18 billion Zimbabwean dollars as a bailout for industry players because of the economic paralysis caused by the COVID-19 lockdown. Recently, the World Bank said that it would give the country about $7 million, which for a country estimated to be worth $20 billion in 2019 would be just a drop in the bucket. Printing money in of itself is nothing unusual. Governments do this all the time. Central banks, treasuries around the world are constantly doing things to increase the amount of money that they have in circulation. The issue with Zimbabwe has just always been, over the last couple of years, is the confidence in the local currency. In the international community, one of the biggest issues that Zimbabwe has faced from a credibility point of view is that there's been policy uncertainty when it comes to the currency. When there's no confidence in that currency or a country's money, then it means the exchange rate is likely going to be weak, and it likely also then means that Zimbabwe's inflation, which currently is sitting at close to 1,000% at the moment, is likely to go up as the value of the local currency comes down. Recently, the biggest example of printing money that's been given to the world has been the US's stimulus package. But they're saying that for South Africa, it cannot simply go and print the money that it needs to settle the bills that it needs, because one, the rand is a volatile currency. Two, it's not a reserve currency like the US dollar is. So at the end of the day, the two big dangers or risks is that the more South African rands come into circulation, it means that the exchange rate is going to come down, one, and there is also a danger of inflation in the economy. In the US, economists sort of argue that since interest rates are so low, that the only way forward was to simply print money. But that confidence in the US dollar is one of the reasons that gives them the ability to do such a thing. One of the biggest dangers with printing money is that there might be inflation, and that's what happened to Zimbabwe about a decade ago. They were simply printing too much money. There was no confidence in the currency anymore. It went down against other exchange rates, and at the same time, whenever something needed to happen, they were simply printing money to settle their bills, which is what the danger has been. When a central bank decides to make some of these decisions, the most important thing is making sure that you act in a way that shows that, one, it's considered, and two, that inspires confidence from the country itself and from international players that trade with the country. Without that confidence, then you don't have the goodwill that a country like the US has. And if you don't act in a certain way, or in ways that seem as if you are just simply trying to use the state as a piggy bank, for example, then that does not inspire confidence at all.